On the island of Sodor, there is a railway called the Northwestern Railway. It is run by big steam engines who transport passengers and goods. Once upon a time, however, there was a little blue engine called Edward. He lived in a shed with 5 other engines. He was the smallest engine, so they were all bigger than him. Because of his size, he's often teased a lot.
The Fed Director won't choose you again. He wants big, strong engines like us.
Then, Edward's driver poked up.
What's with the down bass, Edward? Would you like to come out today?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, you're in luck. The Fat Director wanted you to pull a passenger train today. We'll be taking the one that leaves from Tidmouth.
Edward smiled with glee. The firemen lit Edward's firebox and made a lot of steam. Then, the driver released Edward's brakes and pushed his regulator. Edward shuffled away.
Look at me now.
The other engines were cross and upset to see Edward being chosen for the job. Edward went away to fetch some coaches.
Be careful, Edward. Don't bump and bang us like the other engines do.
So Edward came up to the coaches, very, very gently. And the shunter fastened the coupling.
Thank you, Edward. That was kind.
We are glad that you're taking us today.
They then went to the station where a lot of people were waiting.
Get in quickly, please.
Edward awaited as all the passengers climbed aboard. He then waited for the guard to blow his whistle. He waited and waited, but there was no whistle.
Come on. Where's that blasted guard?
Edward's driver and fireman hopped out of Edward's cab and began looking for the guard.
Excuse me, Mr. Station Master. Have you seen the guard?
Nope, haven't seen him around.
Have you by any chance seen the guard?
I saw him last night.
Ugh. When are we ever going to start?
Oh, here he comes!
And there the guard was, running down the platform with his flags in one hand and a sandwich in the other. He ran onto the end of the platform, blew his whistle, and jumped into the brake compartment. Edward chuffed away. He did have a happy day. All the children ran to wave as he went past and met old friends at all the stations. He worked so hard that the driver promised to take him out the next day.
I'm going out again tomorrow. What do you think of that?
But he didn't hear what the other engines in the shed thought, for he was so tired and happy that he fell to sleep at once. One of the engines who sleeps in Edward's shed is Gordon. He was very big and very proud.
Watch me this afternoon, little Edward, as I rush through the express. You won't doubt it, it will be a splendid sight for the likes of you. Goodbye, little Edward. Look out for me this afternoon.
Edward went off too, to do some shunting, that is. Edward would often do that to how the trucks behaved. And when they weren't expecting it, he would stop, and one of them would be sure to run onto another line. Edward shunted until there were no more trucks, and then he stopped to rest. Presently, he heard a whistle. Gordon came puffing along very slowly and very crossly. Instead of nice, shiny coaches, he was pulling a lot of very dirty coal trucks.
A good strain, a good strain, a good strain, the shame of it, the shame of it, oh, the shame of it.
Edward went to fetch some more trucks. Soon afterwards, a porter came and spoke to his driver. Gordon can't get up the hill. Will you take Edward and push him, please? Edward's driver gladly accepted. They found Gordon halfway up the hill and very cross. His driver and fireman were talking to him severely.
You're not even trying.
I can't do it. The noisy trucks hold an engine back so. If they were coaches now, clean, sensible, that come quietly, that will be a different story.
That stubborn attitude will get you nowhere.
Hello, we've come to push.
Ready on this end.
No good.
The guard blew his whistle. The two began pulling and pushing as hard as they could.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I will do it. I will do it. I will do it.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
I can't do it.
I will do it.
After plenty of struggle, the two finally reached the top of the hill.
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. Ha ha!
Gordon raced down the hill, completely forgetting about Edward.
Not even a thank you?
It took some time for Edward to reach the next station. He was completely out of steam. The fireman gave him a nice long drink. Both him and the driver were very pleased and proud of Edward.
Great job, Edward. I promise tomorrow I'll bring a can of paint and give you a new and fresh blue coat with red stripes. Then you'll be the smartest engine on Sodor.
Oh, bother this weather. I don't understand why we're out and running in these conditions.
Everything must stay on schedule, Winston. You and I know that. No matter the condition of the weather.
Henry would say otherwise.
Oh, don't tell me Henry's out.
He's pulling a train today, yes.
For an engine my size, he sure does know how to embarrass himself.
Once, an engine attached to the train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel and squeaked through its funnel and never came out again. The engine's name was Henry. His driver and fireman argued with him, but he would not move.
God damn it, Henry. We've been over this for a million times now. This fear of rain is getting too childish.
The rain will spoil my lovely green paint with red stripes.
The guard blew his whistle until he had no more breath, and waved his flags until his arms ached. But Henry still stayed in the tunnel. The passengers came out and argued too.
There's no way I'm going to spoil my lovely green paint with red stripes for you!
The fat director, who was on the train, told the guard to get a rope.
Then we will pull you out.
But Henry only blew steam at him and made him wet. They hooked the rope on and all pulled, except the fat director.
My doctor has forbidden me to pull.
They pulled and pulled and pulled, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. Then they tried pushing from the other end.
1, 2, 3, push! My doctor has also forbidden me to push.
They pushed and pushed and pushed, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. At last, another train came. The guard waved his red flag and stopped it. The two engine drivers, the two firemen, and the two guards went and argued with Henry. Look, it stopped raining. Now you can continue pulling the train.
Yes, but it will begin again soon. And what would become of my green paint with red stripes then?
So they brought the other engine up. and it pushed and puffed and pushed as hard as ever it could, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel.
Come on, Henry! Why do you have to be so stubborn?
So they gave up.
I've had enough of you, Henry. Your attitude cannot be tolerated. We shall leave you there for always and always and always.
They took up the old rails, built a wall in front of him, and cut the rails that led into this part of the tunnel. Now, Henry can't get out as he watches the trains rushing through the other tunnel. He is very sad because no one will ever see his lovely green paint with red stripes again. But I think he deserved it. Don't you? Nobody kept track of how long Henry was shut up in that tunnel. The other engines would often pass by it.
Serves you right, serves you right.
Poor Henry had no steam to answer. His fire had gone out. Soot and dirt from the tunnel roof had spoilt his lovely green paint with red stripes. He was cold and unhappy, and wanted to come out and pull the trains too.
Hurry, hurry, hurry!
Chickadee truck, chickadee truck, chickadee truck.
Gordon could see Henry's tunnel in front.
In a minute, I'll whistle a Henry and rush through and out into the open again.
Something went wrong. Gordon was in a cloud of steam. His driver had to stop.
What has happened to me? I feel so weak.
You burst your safety valve, Gordon. You can't pull the train anymore.
Oh dear, we were going so nicely too. And look, even Henry's laughing at me.
Gordon made a face at Henry and blew smoke at him. The fat director, who was on board, came out to see Gordon.
I never liked these big engines. Always going wrong. Send for another engine at once.
While the guard went to find one, they uncoupled Gordon and ran him into a side out of the way. The only engine left in the shed was Edward.
I can try, but I can't guarantee I can do it. I'll do my best, though.
That's no use. Edward can't pull the train that size and length.
I may not be able to, but it never hurts to try.
Edward puffed and pulled and pulled and puffed, but he couldn't move the heavy coaches.
I told you so.
Edward looked around. Then he spotted Henry. An idea then went into his funnel.
Why not let Henry try, sir?
Will you help pull this train, Henry?
Oh yes, please, sir!
So Gordon's driver and fireman lit his fire. Some plate layers broke down the wall and put back the rails. And when he had steam up, Henry puffed out.
Ooh, I'm so stiff, I'm so stiff!
You'd better have a run to ease your joints and find a turntable.
Henry came back feeling better, and they put him in the front.
Ready when you are, Henry.
I'm more than ready, Edward!
Pull hard, pull hard, pull hard.
We'll do it, we'll do it, we'll do it! We've done it together! We've done it together!
The passengers all got out and cheered for the two engines. They all got up and said thank you to the two engines.
It's been an eventful month, hasn't it?
Tell me, that's the last time I end up stuck dead on the tracks. I at least know when to control my stubborn attitude. Passengers come first. Well, I hear a couple of new engines will be arriving on the railway soon. I hope it's not as puny as you, Edward.
Well, the size of the engine, or who that engine is, doesn't matter.
But in the end, we'll have each other.